Okay, Mike, Halswell-Hornby-Riccarton, we'll now come back to you to present the board report. So this is back to item 7, Halswell-Hornby-Riccarton Community Board Report to Council. So if we can just keep this to the board report for the moment, and then you'll have the opportunity to talk to us about the Yalhurst subdivision issue when we get to that item.
Can't wait. Absolutely. Thank you very much, councillors and Deputy Mayor, for the opportunity to present our board report to you today. We are very pleased to say that we've approved the landscape plan design for the Halswell Domain Skate Park. Yay, we can do it in the southwest of Christchurch. And we've also made some lovely grants for young people and for some of our community groups and organisations. Some parking issues we've been dealing with, and the bottom one, the last one, there is the board resolved to approve making a grant of $500 from the Youth Development Fund for Thomas McIntosh towards competing in the World Under-23 Rowing Championships in Bulgaria. So our rowers are doing fantastically well overseas now, and we just got to keep that momentum up with our sporting prowess, both above the water and in the water. The Part A will, the Yalhurst Village will be part of a further discussion later in the day. Picton Ave Reserve, the residents came to the community board requesting some new play equipment and to cater for a different age demographic in the area, so we're very pleased to be able to progress that, or we are progressing it. And the other thing is the funding for a toilet block in Harrington Park is really, really good. So moving on then to, just keeping it as brief as I can, the Division Street Anti-Social Issues Working Party update. They're meeting today. Unfortunately, I won't be able to be there to be part of that, but as you can see in the action reports there, that things are starting to gain momentum. So I'm sure we'll be able to get those issues, if not completely resolved, but certainly a bit more under control than they have been in the very near future. The Hornby Library and Southwest Leisure Facilities consultation, the consultation is over, so we're yet to make a decision. We're going to have a workshop, and then we'll be making a recommendation to the council on the location or locations, or whether it be separate facilities or co-located. So we can't wait till that happens and we get the sod turned. The Community Service Awards is one of the highlights of our community board functions, that along with the Community Pride Garden Awards, and it's really, really great to acknowledge the huge amount of volunteers and support for volunteers that we have in our community of Halswell-Hornby-Riccarton and the wider city of Christchurch. And I often think to myself, how would we manage as a society if we didn't have people doing that volunteer work? So they certainly are the heart of the community as volunteers. And community board significant matters, well, we've got a couple of war memorials that we've got issues with. One of them's been referred back to our community board, but the other one is the Upper Riccarton War Memorial. The building's a bit jittery post-earthquake. The council don't own the building, but they own the land. So there's meetings and decisions coming up to be made on the future of that. So let's hope there's a positive outcome. And we did have a seminar regarding the Halswell Junction Road Extension Project, and that's something that there is a bit of a shortfall in the budget, so no doubt people will be coming to the council to seek filling that budget gap so we can get this vital little piece of infrastructural link in place. Is there any questions?
Great, so thanks Mike for your update. Clearly there's a lot happening in your part of town and it's good to hear about it. Are there any questions for Mike in what's happening in his board area?
I'm happy to move.
Jimmy is happy to move, so no questions. Jimmy's happy to move.
I do. There was a very major presentation to the board in terms of the Waterloo Business Park and an offer of putting in another $1 million. Is that going to come back to council?
Well, I did touch on that.
Right, I know, but you didn't seek anything. I'm assuming that's going to come back to council in a more formal way.
Yes, I did get an email from the developers yesterday, which I forwarded on to staff, and I'm going to circulate it to the elected members to say where do we want to take this from here. So that's a work in progress. That
I think you should do a proper presentation from the community board after the community board has decided what it wants to do with it.
Yes. Yep.
All right, so that's something that clearly needs to be picked up. That's fine, thank you. So moved by Jimmy. Do I have a seconder to receive this report? Anne Galloway. All those in favour? Against? That's carried.